Yesterday afternoon was the last time that the novices had Nampana and Pesacha with Pra Ajahn at the water pavilion, the usual place where they've had Nampana since they were newly ordained. The novices enthusiastically cleaned the water pavilion after they had the Nampana. Pra Ajahn had the novices rehearse the Dhamma talk after they finished their act of service. Pra Ajahn and the novices helped to polish off the Dhamma talk of some of the others.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
Today I'm talking about metta and loving kindness.
The evening chant went peacefully. Many of the novices were properly focused as they harmoniously recited the chants with Pra Ajahn and their companions. Some of the novices' families joined yesterday's evening chant. This was the last time that the novices performed the evening chant with Pra Ajahn and their friends during this ordination. Last night, the novices had a chance to ask for forgiveness from Luang Ta Anek and Pra Ajahn. Luang Ta Anek met with the novices and asked them how they've been this past month.
I would like to ask you, the novice, that when you ordain as a novice, did you have anything that you feel good about being a novice, different from when you are as a lay life? Can you share with Luang Pa? Anybody?
After we ordained, I felt more peaceful
Because there's more trees and less pollution. We're really happy when living a simple life.
I feel like here is more calm and peaceful.
Even though they will very soon return to be lay people, Luang Ta Anek reminded the novices to continually recollect the time of their ordination.
ให้เราเอาข้อวัดที่เรามาบวชในวัดนี่ไปกระทำไปแสดงออกถึงเวลาหลับนอนก่อนจะหลับจะนอนเข้าที่พักให้เราเอาบ้านนั่นแหละเป็นวิหารเป็นสถานที่สวดมนต์ไหว้พระนั่งสมาธิเข้าใจนะอันนี้สำคัญทำนะสมณเณรทุกเณรนะทำให้ได้นะทำได้แล้วก็ต้องชวนนะชวนคุณแม่ทำบุญทดแทนบุญคุณของคุณแม่ด้วยการชักชวนคุณแม่สวดมนต์ด้วยไหว้พระด้วยแล้วก็ชวนคุณพ่อด้วย
The novices officially performed the asking for forgiveness ceremony for Luang Ta Anek again.
หลวงตาขออนุโมทนาในบุญกุศลคุณงามความดีที่พวกเธอทั้งหลายได้กระทำมาแล้วนั้นฉะนั้นบุญคุณอันใดที่ครูบาอาจารย์ได้สร้างสมอบรมมาครูบาอาจารย์ขอมีหุ้นส่วนร่วมกับบุญกุศลที่พวกเธอทั้งหลายได้สร้างสั่งสมมาบุญทั้งหมดทั้งมวลจนได้เป็นพลังเป็นตบะเป็นเดชะอภิบาลป้องปักรักษาให้พวกเธอทั้งหลายจงได้มีความสุขร่มเย็นในอนาคตตลอดไปสิ้นกาลนานเทอญ
Pra Ajahn showed the novices a video of memories that the novices and Pra-Ajahn have shared over the past 4 weeks. Each of the novices thanked Pra-Ajahn by reading the feeling cards that they wrote with their companions.
Thank you, Pra-Ajahn Swang, for teaching and also organizing everything. I will miss you.
From me, thank you for inviting us for an amazing stay at Wat Pananachat.
The novices have fond memories of all of the Pra-Ajahn who have taught them various lessons.
Thank you for teaching me that Palapet, good for you. I will miss you. Thank you for staying in my kuti when I am scared and teaching me Dhamma.
Pra-Ajahn Gewali gave a final teaching to remind the novices to always remember the lessons they have learned even after they have left the monkhood.
Or you think of the Buddha. Do you remember the beautiful walking Buddha image in Wat Pananachat? Or here at the lake there's a walking Buddha image. Just imagine that you're still a son of the Buddha, even though you're not wearing the robes anymore, but your mind can still be with the Buddha. So I wish that you keep the Buddha in your mind, keep the Buddha in the heart, and whenever there is suffering, whenever there is stress, whenever you think you're not good enough, whenever you think you have got some trouble with others, then just think about how the Buddha smiles and how he walks through the world, just like as if he was like in a different world. He's in a different mind state. He's got peace in his mind, and he doesn't suffer from what other people do to him, what the noise does to him. He's somebody who's gentle and peaceful wherever he goes. So I wish that you can take that back to the world. And if you think about in the future, there's so many times that you can go back to the monastery, and there's also other monasteries that you can join. I know some of you are meditating already a long time, and I think you'll be able to keep that. And I was very impressed how much patience you had and how much you were willing to do also the hard practices. And I think the hard practices in the monastery are not as hard as the hard practices in the world.
For the past month, Pra-Ajahn has gradually refined the little novices step by step. The only goal was to instill the novices with morality, ethics, mindfulness, and wisdom in order for them to be virtuous youth in the future. Throughout the 4 weeks of their ordination, the novices have learned to train themselves through the Buddha's teachings to eliminate all desires in their minds and let go of their sufferings. This afternoon, in the last moments of their ordination, the novices learn to be givers by delivering the Dhamma, a tool to destroy the sufferings in people's hearts. For the past month, the novices have learnt the Dhamma under the topics of learn, live, love, and let go, through various activities suitable for their age. Amidst the serene nature of Wat Ba Sai Ngam, the 10th branch of Wat Nong Ba Pong in Ubon Ratchathani, the novices have been refined by their lessons to have admirable characteristics, both physically and mentally, to be virtuous youth in the future. The topic for the first week was Learn. It was learning the way of life of the forest-dwelling monks. The novices had to learn the monastic duties and train their bodies, speech, and minds to be calm. Changing their status from laymen to bakau, who abide by the 8 precepts, was challenging for many of the boys. They had to abandon their regular routines and learn the Sekyavata in order to prepare themselves to be novices. The second week focused on the topic of live. This meant the novices had to live as monks and learn to live in the present. They had to do their monastic tasks with perseverance and endure physical and mental discomfort in order to be aware of themselves and let go of the thoughts that occur in the mind. During the week of love, the novices learned to value what they had been given from others and return that kindness with love and compassion. This is the basis for having kindness and sympathy for all creatures. The final week carried the topic of let go. It was when the novices learned to let go of their self-identity. They learned how to make sacrifices and to train themselves strictly. Being at Wat Nong Pa Pong and Wat Pa Nanachat gave the novices the opportunity to really learn about the forest-dwelling monks' way of life. The Pra Ajahn were strict with them, aiming to refine them to be ones with sila, concentration, and wisdom. The ultimate goal was to instill compassion and kindness in the novices so they can spread the Buddha's sermons to others. In their final morning before the novices leave the Monkhood, the villagers from Det Udom district waited to offer alms to Pra Ajahn and the novices as usual. Buddhists from all walks of life gathered along both sides of the tree tunnel. the novices' families also waited to offer alms to them since early morning. This was a great encouragement for the novices to successfully perform their monastic tasks on this final day. Even though today is the last day of their ordination, the novices still assisted Pra Ajahn after the alms round. Before having their meal, the novices spent their time reviewing their scripts with Pra Ajahn to prepare for the Dhamma talk this afternoon. Afterward, the novices took their alms bowls to get food from outside and ate with Pra Ajahn and Wat Ba Sai Ngam's monks at the main food hall. Before eating, Luang Ta Anek gave a sermon to all the novices once again as a reminder before they leave the monkhood.
ถ้าคิดถึงครูบาอาจารย์คิดถึงญาติโยมที่นี่ก็ให้คิดถึงความดีความดีนั่นแหละคือครูบาอาจารย์ความดีนั่นแหละคือศรัทธาญาติโยมที่ให้ความอุปถัมภ์ประทานทุกคนตั้งแต่ให้น้ำดื่มให้อาหารบิณฑบาตให้ความเป็นอยู่ดูแลเหมือนลูกเหมือนหลานด้วยความรักด้วยความหวังดีหรือไปแล้วก็อย่าทิ้งสิ่งที่เป็นหลักก็คือคุณธรรม
After the meal, the novices washed their alms bowls, a routine task to take care of their requisites and keep them clean. The novices spent their free time practicing the Dhamma talk before the ceremony this afternoon. In the next few hours, the novices will share their experiences of being ordained with the Buddhists before they leave the monkhood and return to their families. What the novices have learned throughout the last month will be a tool for them to live their lives with sila, concentration, and wisdom. Honorable guests and people from afar came to Wat Ba Sai Ngam to attend the Dhamma talk by the novices before they leave the monkhood this afternoon. An exhibition in the area around the study hall displayed the works that the novices have done during the learning process for their families and guests to see. Then it was the time for the ceremony at the study hall to begin. Mrs. Wani Jirawanon, a representative for the lay people, paid homage to the Triple Gem. Representatives led the lay people in a request for the 5 precepts. Luang Ta Anek, the preceptors, and senior Pra Ajahn of the program recited the 5 precepts back to all the guests.
Mayang Pante Visung Rakanataya Ti Saranena Saha Pancha Sira Niyajama.
Mrs. Wani Jirawanon briefly summarized the program to the monks, Pra Ajahn, and all honorable guests at the ceremony.
All novice monks have indeed done what consider a great merit in their life by paying respect, gratitude toward their parents by ordaining. However, moreover, the parents of these 12 novices can certainly be proud of their children who have chosen to be ordained and study Dharma. Most importantly, these young boys are great role models, captivating viewers worldwide, regardless of gender or age, to follow their progress in the study and practice of Dharma.
Mr. Wichao Rakpong Pairot, Group President of True Corporation Public Company Limited, rejoiced in the novices' merit.
For the past month of ordination, 12 novices from various nationalities and cultures have learned the concept of compassion and kindness, which prepares them to learn Dhamma. This is indeed an important foundation on which they can grow and develop into good citizens who are able to provide positive contributions to their families, communities, and society in the future.
Then the Deputy Governor of Ubon Ratchathani also rejoiced in the novices' merit.
นับเป็นประสบการณ์ครั้งใหม่ที่โครงการนี้ได้ช่วยสร้างความสุขด้วยธรรมะเข้าใจง่ายตามวิถีธรรมชาติแบบวัดสายปฏิบัติ
Pra Ajahn Sunanto from Wat Bananachat kindly introduced the Dhamma talk before the first novice began.
I was exceptionally fortunate to have spent 3 full days with the novices, and one of the great benefits of being around novices or children, younger people, is their great purity. So this was not only a learning experience for the novices, but for also all of the monastics at the Wat Pananachat community, as well as for myself. Some of it's actually not necessarily verbal communications, but just seeing the actual purity of the heart of the novices is quite inspiring.
Afterwards, the time for the Dhamma talk by the novices began. The first topic of Learn was delivered by Novice Put, Novice Pratik, and Novice Binbin. They talked about the Idipata, or the 4 paths of accomplishment, the path to success. Novice Put was the first to deliver a Dhamma talk about chanta, or intention.
I have chanta towards going for alms round. So with the chanta I have, because going to alms round, it's peaceful, and to see the faith of everyone having towards us. So I have to chant. When I have chanta, I love doing it. virya comes, I have effort, I want to wake up, and I want to do everything quick and fast so I can go to alms round. So without chanta, virya, chitta, and vimamsa won't come out, because if you don't have the love, effort, and you don't want to put effort into it, you won't want to find the cause and effect or even investigate more into it.
Novice Pratik was next. He delivered a talk about viraya, or the effort that the novices had learned together.
If you want to achieve something in your life, you need effort to achieve. But if you don't have virya, you can't achieve anything in your life. The Buddha's teaching is also known as right effort. And as a novice, I have effort to waking up at 5 a.m., prepare for morning chanting, go for bintabat. In Wat Panarashan, I put effort on waking up earlier at 2:45 a.m. and sleeping in the cremation site for fight for scariness. And I didn't give up because I had intention and virya.
Novice Binpin explained about chitta, or the consciousness to do tasks.
Chitta means mind and thoughtfulness. Helps you to succeed, because it will be difficult to accomplish anything. In order to do this, you should focus on the thing you're doing and be mindful of what you're doing to avoid failing. This means one should keep your precepts. If not, your mind will be scattered. When you are focused, you will have a mind complete with goodness. With a thoughtful mind, it will be the first step into purity of mind. So one example of being within goodness is like taking care of the ajans, washing their hands, rinsing and washing their bowls.
The next section was under the topic of live, which would be discussed by Novice Benno, Novice Vincent, and Novice DJ. Novice Benno explained the Dhamma concerning vimamsa, contemplation or investigation of the mind.
Today I will be talking about vimamsa, investigation, examination, and reasoning. So in the 4 weeks that I have been a novice, I wanted to investigate a lot of things, and then I ended up picking trees and leaves. I saw bodhi leaves on the floor, and when I looked down, I saw a big bodhi leaf, and when I looked up, I was like, that's a huge tree. I took the bodhi leaf and came into the sala, so I looked closer at the leaves and I saw millions and billions of patterns and lines. I was really amazed how the patterns link to each other and how the lines are very tiny and little. So the reason why I investigated these leaves were that I really wanted to know more about nature, and to be honest, now before I didn't really know much about nature, but I acted like I know a lot about nature, but I didn't. So now I know a lot more about nature.
After that, Novice Vincent shared the Dhamma concerning anicca, or impermanence, with the Buddhists.
Everything is impermanent. Like this leaf. It was just fall from the tree because the tree get old and it fall. And when it stay on the ground long, it will turn like yellows. And anicca is the strongest thing ever because nothing can get away from anicca. Like if you have a camera, you buy it like for $50 and it will never break if it don't have anicca. So you don't need to buy it again. Luang Pucha said, ทุกอย่างมันไม่แน่ That means everything is not sure.
Novice DJ was next to talk about dukkha.
how ordaining as a novice helps me from suffering. Meditation helps me to calm down when I'm angry or when I am hurt, but that time I didn't know meditation, but now I know, so when I am angry I meditate. Meditating can help you with almost everything.
The Dhamma talk from the 6 novices concluded, with each of them telling a different story. Although they were simple, their talk provided morals and Dhamma to the audience who gathered at Wat Ba Sai Ngam today. The novices continued to give their Dhamma talk to the Buddhists. The next topic was love. The novices who were assigned this topic were Novice RT, Novice Jaden, and Novice Trevor. Novice RT talked about metta, or loving kindness.
Loving kindness is metta, and metta is want people to be happy and well. My family take care of each other, and they share and giving love and kindness.
Then Novice Jaden talked about karuna and mudita, or compassion and joy.
A force of line of abidings which is within our heart. And karuna also means compassion. Compassion is to wish all beings to be free from suffering. Mudita means sympathetic joy, which to be rejoiced in others' happiness. I would like to encourage all people to practice karuna and mudita as well, so everyone can live and in harmony with others.
Then Novice Trevor explained the Dhamma called upekha.
Upekha means if we do our best and we don't get what we want, if we practice and understand upekha, we can accept any result, neither good or bad, will be calm and stable.
The last Dhamma topic was let go. This topic was conducted by Novice Jadet, Novice Ryu, and Novice JL. Novice Jadet explained kanti, or patience.
My mum and my dad have a lot of patience because they teach me they teach me kanti. The monks have a lot of kanti. How would they deal with us? The other novices in the middle of practice chants, I say, well, I didn't learn it myself. JL, my teacher, I'm a good student. If you want permanent kanti, you have to practice a lot, like the Buddha did and his disciples. Life without kanti would be like destroying the world. If no one had kanti, the world would break in two.
Novice Rio described soricha, or gentleness.
Sawacha means humility, modesty, meekness, and not showing off. The Buddha is a great example because you might think that you are a big person in the world, but actually we are the same. He just uses his knowledge to teach other people and to teach a person that is doing bad things, but he knows that he can change that person into a very good person.
Novice JL was the last novice to go up. He explained gratitude.
Gratitude is a very simple thing. It occurs simply when someone does good deeds to you. So let's start simply by, at your home, you need to have gratitude towards your parents. You need to have gratitude towards your elders, and you repay it by trying not to make yourself their burden, trying to respect them, and helping them whenever you can. Same with teachers. For teachers, they have a lot of wisdom and they try to share it to you, and you repay it by helping them, trying to not be their burden, and also you should try and understand their teachings.
After the Dhamma talk ended, the disrobing ceremony began. The novices asked for forgiveness from Luang Ta Anek, who is their preceptor, and apologized to every Pra Ajahn for the mistakes they had made without intention. Then they recited the disrobing chant.
Ahang khamami tum hehi pi me khamitapang.
Luang Ta Anek, who is the novices' preceptor, allowed the novices to take off their saffron robes, symbolizing their change of status from novices to laymen. After the boys finished changing their clothes, JL acted as representative to offer a Thai traditional bouquet to Luang Ta Anek. Then all the children recited the 5 precepts before returning to their normal lives.
Sarana kamanang nithitang.
Ama Pante.
Luang Ta Anek gave a sermon to the Buddhists who attended today's ceremony.
ปีนี้เป็นกรณีพิเศษที่ลูกหลานชาวต่างชาติที่เข้ามาสู่พุทธธรรมเป็นนิมิตหมายเป็นเครื่องหมายเป็นสัญลักษณ์อันเป็นมงคลตะเกียงทิพย์ตะเกียงธรรมแสงสว่างแห่งปัญญานี้ท่านได้มอบให้พวกเราพุทธบริษัทคำแนะนำพร่ำสอนอันใดอันเป็นแสงสว่างในภายในท่านหยิบยื่นออกจากจิตของท่านเมื่อพระองค์ได้ตรัสรู้แล้วถ่ายทอดจากจิตสู่จิตลูกหลานที่มาจากไหนก็ตามมาหล่อหลอมหัวใจลงสู่พุทธธรรมชื่อว่าเราได้หล่อหลอมจิตใจของลูกหลานลงสู่พุทธธรรมสิ่งเหล่านี้จึงเป็นควรแก่การอนุโมทนาหวังว่าลูกหลานเหล่านี้จะเป็นคนดีในภายภาคหน้าขอความปรารถนาอันบริสุทธิ์ผุดผ่องดีงามนี้จงได้เกิดมีขึ้นแก่ชีวิตของพวกท่านทั้งหลายจงทุกท่านทุกคนด้วยเถิด
The boys offered flower garlands to Luang Ta Anek. Then Luang Ta Anek kindly gave the boys photos as souvenirs. The boys were happy and smiling as they were reunited with their families. As Her Royal Highness, Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn, kindly offered the saffron robes to the preceptors of True Little Monk, a wisdom training program for Novices International Program, we are grateful for her boundless and gracious kindness and consider this the highest honor of our program. Jaran Bokapan Group Company Limited, True Corporation PLC, and True Little Monk, the wisdom training program for novices, are grateful for Her Royal Highness's boundless and gracious kindness, which is the highest honor for us. We'd like to thank Pra Rajapawana, the abbot of Wat Nong Ba Pong, and all the Pra Ajahn who have supported the True Little Monk, the wisdom training program for novices. Pra Kru Nikro Tamapon, the Grand Master of this program, who is also a preceptor who allowed us to use Wat Ba Sai Ngam as the location for this program. We'd also like to thank both Thai and foreign Pra Ajahn from Wat Nong Ba Pong, who trained and took care of the novices for the past 4 weeks, as well as the Pra Ajahn who joined us as instructors and all honorable instructors. We'd like to thank the program's advisors, including the monks and laymen. Mr. Sarit Wittun, the governor of Ubon Ratchathani, and all government and public organizations who have supported us. Thank you everyone for joining us in Making Merit and for supporting True Little Monk Thai version and True Little Monk, the wisdom training program for novices, from the beginning and through today. Lastly, we'd like to thank the novices and their families for their effort and dedication to gain this once-in-a-lifetime experience. This program was to instill wisdom and Dhamma in the novices to become admirable youth and share their goodness with society with compassion and kindness. We'd also like to thank the audience members who have followed True Little Monk, the wisdom training program for novices, and have rejoiced in the novices' merit all along. We would never succeed in spreading the Buddha's teachings without the help from everyone and every sector, as our purpose was to instill the Dhamma in both the Thai and the global community.